Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. In today's episode, hold on, I don't know if my fan is on my microphone and it's just being all loud, but y'all can probably hear it. But if you guys need to know, it is freaking 90 degrees in Washington State right now, or at least where I'm at. I don't know about other areas, but yeah, it ain't that. I don't like that. That's why I'm like, bro. I'm telling you, man. I'm like, I would just want the winter time to hurry up and come here. I love. You could call me crazy, but I love cold weather. I love the fact that I can be able to wear hoodies, and pants and freaking what else? Like, overall bigger clothes and things. Like, I don't like wearing, short sleeve shirts and shorts and stuff. Like, it's not my thing. Like, I guess, like, short sleeve shirts, I started growing on that, but shorts, I've always kind of worn shorts, but I'm like, I would like to wear shorts on my own time. I shouldn't have to wear because it's extremely hot outside and stuff. So, but anyways, what I wanted to talk about in today's episode. Oh yeah, first things first, I wanted to plug in my story channel, or storytelling channel. So yeah, I created a storytelling channel where overall I just write out some stories, and yeah, it's like from scary stories to mystery stories. I'm actually thinking about writing a superhero story because I've been having a superhero story in mind for the longest, where it's like, focused on one person, and it's just like, just kind of like pretty much your typical superhero movie, but my own version of a superhero movie and stuff. But anyways, yeah, that. What else am I going to be talking about? I'll think of some things. I'll probably do like action pack, because there's the one app called Storyfire, and they have it where you can like tell stories on there and stuff. So I might end up transferring the stories from YouTube to that app and things, and then have it. But I'm also writing stories on there too. Most likely, I'm gonna transfer those stories over to YouTube. So I don't know. I'll see. I'll see when the time comes and I start really focusing on this channel. But it's pretty easy for me because I have been writing stories since I was a kid. I have been, oh my, like, I wish like I can like show you guys like the type of person I was constantly. When I think I had got, like, when me and my family got our first computer, that's all that I was really doing was like just writing. I was writing about me. I was writing about like just random stuff, telling stories. I remember there is one particular story that I do plan on like kind of like not remastering, but I do plan on retelling that, because it was a story that I had wrote a long time ago when I was a kid, and it was about like a haunted house and things. I think it had like a good thing going on, because I had already, like, writing the first story, I had already came up with like the second one, the third one, the prequel, like talking about how everything goes down, how everything comes up. Like, it's gonna be a good one. I still have like that stuff like embedded in my head. That's like a story that I can just like never forget. Then also, I remember when I was there was this elementary school I used to go to in West Seattle, and that was our homework at one point in time, where we had to like write down like fictional stories. And I don't know, I'm trying to think, because I don't remember telling the teacher that I write fictional stories, or hold on for a second, I was getting the text message. But anyways, yeah, I can't remember if I told the teacher that I write like fictional stories, and then he just picked up on that and was like, oh yeah, I should just have it where the kids do that and see how creative they are. But that was literally like the easiest thing for me. Like, I remember the first time, I remember he handed us out some homework, telling us like, oh yeah, we gotta write down like fictional stories and stuff. Mine was like about like it was like it was another haunted house story. It was this one. It was kind of like, seemed like it was like, could have been like more of a mystery than like some like scary story and stuff. But like, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I did enjoy it. So anyways, yeah, I plan on telling that. And yeah, there's gonna be a lot of stories I plan on telling. So go ahead, go check it out. Uploaded the first video. I worked on another video. This one, the second video I'm about to upload, is a zombie one. And it was, yeah, because me and Priscilla from Four Souls, we're big, like, zombie fans. Like, we love Walking Dead. I think she's seen a fair share of zombie movies. I probably have seen almost every, like, modern-day zombie movie and stuff. I'm trying to think. I can't think of a zombie movie that I missed out on. I definitely have seen, like, the main ones. The ones that, like, really blew up and stuff. So, but anyways, but no, today's episode, what I wanted to talk about was open relationships. I don't think I've ever did talk about open relationships. Let me go ahead and Google search TMossBoss show open relationships, because I've done so many episodes. I really don't know if I've talked about this or not. Nope. I have not. Good, cool. But anyways, open relationships. Let's sit down and talk about that, because I got my fair choice of words to say about it. And it's no like disrespect to people that do have open relationships. There is a friend of mine just recently, she announced on social media that she has an open relationship. And it's seriously like, it's something that you know that you wouldn't really be expecting. Like, I thought it was a joke. I thought she was like joking around, because I remember she posted, she was like, she made a post saying like, oh yeah, this is my girlfriend and things. And I was like, she out here joking. She out here playing around and stuff. So I'm all like, I thought they were just saying that, because like a lot of girls like do refer to their friends as like girlfriends. They had like a whole TV show called Girlfriends, and it was about a group of friends and stuff. So I'm all like, oh, okay, maybe she's starting up a girlfriend group or something. I don't know. But anyways, then she started talking about like a poly relationship. I think that's what they call it things. Pretty much it is like a open relationship, but it's like when these significant others, they have like an official, like they confirmed with each other that they do have like a side person, like a person on the side. And I'm like, and they were taking photos together. I was like, what am I looking at right now? And that's the thing. I was like, I wasn't going to like, have, because my thing is like, I'm against it. I couldn't do no open relationship. I wouldn't even want to be a part of an open relationship. I think that's what it was, is that that's why I feel like that I've talked about open relationships before, is because there were at times when I would read like relationship advice stuff on Reddit, and people would be talking about open relationships. And I'm like, I couldn't do it. Nah, I'm like, I couldn't do it. Even if like, yeah, if I had a girlfriend, she was just like, oh, let's have like a side person on the, a person. And so I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I'm like, I'm cool with it just being me and you. I'm not feeling like the party is at an all-time low. It's only supposed to, with me at least, it's only supposed to be a 2-person party. But if we add other people in the mix, I'm like, I don't think we should really call this a relationship. But that's the thing with my friend, like her and her significant other, they're married. So that's why I'm like, especially if we're married, I feel like beforehand, that should be something that we should discuss. Because I'm like, I don't know. I personally feel like that having a open relationship could lead to some drama, And that's the thing where I'm all like, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just me jumping to conclusions. Maybe it's just me overthinking. But I just personally couldn't be like, nah. Like, I couldn't even bring myself to ask my girlfriend for an open relationship. I wouldn't want that I just wouldn't want that pressure on us. Cause I'm like, I feel like that one would get jealous that they're hanging out with the other, and then it ends up being some drama. Then this person's getting caught up in the mix between us. I'm like, that's some type of stuff that just doesn't need to happen. And then my thing is like, what if the person you are having this open relationship, and then they feel like that they relate more to the other individual, and then next thing you know, your relationship with your significant other that you met first has ended, and then they done ran off with this other person. See, that type of stuff I think about. And like I said, maybe it's just me overthinking, but I'm like, why do things like that cross a person's mind when they are in situations like that? Why does it cross their mind? Why are they thinking about stuff like that? Like, do people ever sit down and think, like, when you think about something, could that be a sign? Could that mean something? Like, and that's the type of stuff that I think about when I'm like, yo, that could be a sign where if I'm thinking that this open relationship can go down in so many negative ways, that if I'm thinking about that, then it's probably best if I shouldn't have an open relationship. But then there's people that's like, they're very welcoming to open relationships. You hear it all the time how people are welcoming to open relationships. And I know if that's another thing people will ask, like, would you be caught up with a girl that's like, she's either married or whatever, and she's trying to explain to me like how her husband, whoever, he has like a side chick. She wants me to be the side dude. I'm like, I don't know about that one. I feel like that, we can definitely be cool and hang out and be friends and all, but I definitely would have to friend zone a girl. And that's unlikely. You never hear where a guy friend zones a girl, but I think in a situation like that, I would, because I wouldn't want to get caught up in no drama, first off. And then second, then she starts gaining feelings for me. She's like, oh, I don't want to be with him no more. I want to divorce him and be with you. I'm like, I don't know about that one. Like, if he's like okay with the divorce, and then he's all like, oh yeah, I'll just start me a new life with this side girl, then maybe I'm like, yeah, maybe I would be like, okay, yeah, then we can possibly, go on some dates, see how it goes and stuff. But I'm like, with me at least, I'm like, the open relationship stuff can't happen with me. Maybe that was like the last relationship, but me on the other hand, I'm like, I honestly, I just look for it. I don't know, call me an old fashioned person, but I'm like, I'm just looking for a girl to like honestly start a family with. That's it. I'm like, I don't want no like open poly, whatever you want to call it, type relationships. I'm like, I'm just looking for a good old fashioned leave it to beaver, got the kids off up in the house, chilling, wife and husband chilling, no side chicks, no side dudes, none of that. Like, we just chilling. We are content with ourselves. And that's the crazy thing. It's like, people, they bring that up, and I feel like that'd be kind of heartbreaking towards the person that's not with open relationships, when your significant other comes up to you and they're all like, hey, I want to have an open relationship. I'm like, what? What's wrong with our relationship? How come we can't have a closed, like out of business relationship? My thing is that, like, if we're together, there shouldn't be no, because yeah, I'm all like, I feel like that you overall, you're like, I don't want to cheat on you, but I don't want to spend all my time with you, because that's when I'm picking up. That's what I'm picking up from that, when a woman approaches me saying like, oh yeah, let's have an open relationship. I'm like, my thing is that you're no longer interested in me, and so now you want to be interested into other people, and then you could just have like your way with them without being all secretive and sleeping around and cheating and stuff. My thing is, and I feel like that's when when they're not with open relationships, that is what's crossing their mind, is that they're not good enough, they're not better. And that's why I'm like, you should never ever in your life approach a person asking for an open relationship, because you're pretty much, and especially if they're not with it, if they tell you that prior beforehand, and then you're later on in the relationship trying to convince them like, oh, there's nothing wrong with open relationships, in that person's head, they're convinced that you no longer care about them, and you want to widen out your variety, but you don't want to hurt the individual. And I'm like, that is hurtful. You approach a person saying like, hey, so I don't want to cheat on you, or be sneaking around cheating on you and stuff, so how about you know of it and things. But I'm like, nah, I don't want to know of it. I don't even want it to happen. I'm like, no, I'm not with it. My thing is that I would rather for the woman to break up with me and be like, you're like, yeah, she flat out tells me like, I'm just no longer interested in the relationship. And then, yeah, I'm going to be upset. Of course I'm going to be upset. Anybody would be upset, in a situation like that. But it's like, what do you think is going to be more upsetting? You being truthful with me, or you sneaking around on me? I feel like you sneaking around on me, I'm like, it's going to, like, people are going to catch on to that. And that's going to be, like, all of your relationships. My thing is, there's a little person, okay, that a lot of people know. And when stuff like that goes down, when you're sneaking around behind the relationship and things, there's this little well-known person named Karma. Karma does not play. And I'm saying, like, you would do that. You would sneak around on a person, right? Sneak around on a person, and then years later, you end up falling for somebody, and you're all like, oh, I'm so in love. This is the best person ever. I plan on marrying them, having a whole family with them. Like, I'm going to spend the rest of my life with them. Now they're cheating on you. And imagine, like, and you know for a fact that you will be hurt of some, like, based off of some stuff like that. You would. There's not one person in this world that's like, oh, I'm big, I'm bad, that stuff like that ain't gonna phase me. No, it is going to phase you. It is. it phases everybody. Okay, karma is rated E for everyone, so don't think for once that karma won't jump on your back and take you for the most wildest ride of your life. So that's why I'm like, yeah, me, like I'm just not with open relationships. You know, if a girl does approach me, she's all like, oh, let's have an open relationship. I'm like, I personally feel like that you're like, look, I don't want to break up with you because I know that's gonna hurt. But I'm like, I would rather for you to do that and then, you know, just live out your life doing whatever and things. Because I'm like, yeah, that's just, yeah. I'm like, I personally don't. And then I know for those that had seen the one video that I reacted to, this channel called Crew Season, you go and check. It's like the latest like hour-long reaction video that I did. It was this, it was a super long reaction video. I wasn't expecting the video to be that long. But the girl in there was talking about, they kind of spoke on like open relationships, and they even did like a video where they talked about open relationships. And that's what, like, actually, because I planned on doing an episode talking about like this whole poly relationship and open relationship thing, because I seen my friend was like, you know, going through it. I'm like, wow, that's some wild stuff. They just didn't come off as somebody that would, like, you know, do some stuff like that. So I'm like, dang, man. And I remember this girl too. Me and her, we used to be like mad close in middle school. We used to be mad close. Like, we were always like walking to class together. We always was like having fun and stuff. And that's one thing, because I'm pretty sure like a lot of people, they remember that particular class, because I was in the classroom straight like pulling my pants down, and I would wait until the teacher would turn her head, and then I would pull my pants down and flash her my underwear. But she would be turned around, she wouldn't have seen it, and then she just turns back, kids is cracking up laughing. She was like, because it was abuse, so she'll be like conducting the class, right? So, or like one half of the class, so she's facing the other way. I just stand up, just show her the most brightest tighty whities of all, like, just of all human nature and things. Whole classroom's cracking up. I'm sitting there like, I don't know why these kids is laughing. Like, I'm trying to learn. Go ahead and teach your Beethoven teach. I'm like, go ahead and do that. But yeah, but I was like, no, but me and this girl, we used to be like mad close in middle school. And I would say like, we're not as close as we used to be, but we still like, you know, like we have those friends where it's all like, y'all know that you're never going to unfriend each other. Like, y'all are like cool with each other. You know, y'all cool with each other on social media and things. You know, y'all be liking each other's posts and stuff. I was all like, man, I would have liked the post of her, but I was just like, I didn't know she was like trolling or something. I'm like, yo, maybe she's trolling. Maybe she's just doing this so like people reach out and be like, wait a minute, what? You in an open relationship? What? And just to like, you know, see who would hit her up. But I was just like, nah, I don't trust that. I know people have been like, what would you do? Because like y'all said that you said that you're like close and stuff. What would you do if she would have hit me up saying like, do you want to be a part of the relationship? I'm like, nah, I'm cool. Like, you know, we can, because I know we hadn't talked in the longest. Last time I think I talked to her, it was like around the time I created my Facebook account. So that was like, yeah, that was about like 10 years ago. Dang, it's crazy to think like we've been friends with each other for over like 10 years, because yeah, that was in the 6th grade when I was like straight up showing that teacher, or the behind, I waited till the teacher turned around and showed her my tidy whities. That was like, dang, that was over 10 years. That was 13 years ago. Dang, that's crazy how time be flying by. It doesn't even seem like it was 13 years, but I guess if you do the math, you're like, no, it was 13 years ago. But anyways, but yeah, I'm like, I don't know how to feel about that stuff, man. But yeah, she would approach me and be all like, oh, do you want to be a part of the relationship? I'm like, because they already have like a girl there and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know about that. That just seems like that's too much. That's just too much for me. I'm like, I only want one other person in my party. And yeah, and if she's, you know, if whoever she is, cool. But when other people get involved, I'm like, yeah, that's going to lead up into something, and I don't particularly want to be involved in that. So, in that being said, I'ma have to hit you with a no. I am sorry. I don't mean it in any disrespectful way. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you know, people, like, go ahead, have your open relationships, do what you want to do. If you know that you guys are in an open relationship, there ain't no problems, there ain't no beefs, there ain't no drama, none of that behind it, cool, have your open relationships, there ain't no problems with it. But yeah, me particularly, I'm an old-fashioned person. I don't really do the whole open relationship stuff. I'm like, it's only need to be one other person involved with me and that girl. whoever she is, whoever she is. When another girl gets involved or another person gets involved, I'm like, nah, I'm good. And then on top of that, I'm like, yeah. Then if the girl, she's all like, if my girl approaches me talking about, oh, can we have an open relationship, and the person be a guy? I'm like, no. I probably wouldn't be like as harsh, and like, because that's, you can be in that relationship, but what parts do I have to be in that relationship? No, I'm not like that. I'm like, that's some weird stuff. I'm like, nah, you go ahead and be in that relationship. I'm gonna be over here on Tinder finding me a new relationship, because I'm like, nah, that's just, I don't know. It ain't about, like, I know people think like, oh, it's like insecurities and things, like a person's insecure about if whether she falls for the other guy. I'm like, but no, that's like, my thing is like, that shouldn't be an insecurity. That should just be like an actual like thought going through your head, like, because it can happen. Like, that thing is that you can be with the relationship, right? You could be with the relationship, and then all of a sudden, like I said earlier, this person ends up stealing your girl, and then next thing you know, like, your relationship is over with her. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not with that. So I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I don't want to be involved in that. So yeah, but I'm like, I personally, I don't know. If you do the open relationship stuff, that's cool on you. But me, I'm like, I'm old fashioned. I just want me an old fashioned relationship, old fashioned family, and just be an old fashioned old person. So anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you are viewing this on YouTube, like, subscribe. If you're viewing this on podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And if you are purchasing tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. And if you are purchasing any gear from Fricilo, make sure you guys use my promo code TMossBoss. It'll knock 10% off of your next purchase. And also use my referral link as a much more easier way of getting there. I have an ad on my YouTube channel where you guys can find a referral link. And there's also, it's in the link of all my latest videos on my main channel and my gaming channel. So anyways, thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.